Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Happy Tequila Tuesday, Courtney. How are you
Hey, happy
feeling?
Tail Tuesday. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling dynamite. I'm feeling outrageous. I'm feeling phenomenal. How are you feeling, Alan? How are you feeling, T-Tribe? Tell us in the chat right now.
I am feeling great. I have my diamonds on for
Hey!
Tequila Tuesday. I can shimmy and salsa all the way just for you. I'm doing well today. You know, right before we went live, I was scrolling through Twitter, and do you know who Elvis Duran is? He hosts the morning show for Z100, kind of like our
Yes.
Kiss FM in LA. Um,
Mhm.
he tweeted what your town, like the food your town is known for. And it got me
Mhm.
thinking, like, what Los Angeles, because that's where we are, of course, is known for.
Mhm.
And then I Googled it. And did you know that we're known for sourdough, cioppino? There's like some random things that I didn't even know we're known for. Because like we know the famous places like Pink's Hot Dogs and all the kind of like
Yeah.
traditional places. But anyway, I thought that was really, really interesting. Do you have a certain food that your town is known for where you grew up?
I would say, well, I mean, in Harlem, you can't go wrong with a bacon, egg, and cheese from the bodega. I feel like when you're from the hood, you're known for that. But in Pennsylvania, I feel like I switched out my bacon, egg, and cheese for like pierogies and stuff like that. Because then I didn't have no black friends,
Yes.
so all my friends were pierogies and their parents. So shout out to pierogies and shout out to bodegas and bacon, egg, and cheeses.
I could use a bacon, egg, and cheese right now. I'm not going to lie. That sounds
Yes.
delicious. I love a good breakfast sandwich.
Me too.
So anyway, how are you feeling this morning? How was your night? Did we catch up on anything great?
What did I watch yesterday, Alex? I did. Y'all, I've started the journey. I gave myself just a few days. I decided to start watching Black Ink Crew Chicago, and I do want to
You
say
did.
it is good thus far, but we're going to have to see. I'm glad that I know that at some point, Black Ink Crew New York and Black Ink Crew Chicago, they intersect. So that's what I'm trying to hold out for. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
I
What
love
about you? What'd
that.
you do
You know,
last night?
night bachelor. But you know, I was kind of Mondays sometimes, you know, you like do a little laundry, at least for me. I was kind of getting the house in order, did a little cleaning. So I wasn't binging too much. I was kind of focusing more on, you know, house stuff, boring stuff, to be honest. But stuff that is
Mhm.
not boring. You know what else is going on right now? Courtney, TMZ just reported that Kanye actually has 2% in the presidential vote right now. Now, it's very, very early, so it doesn't mean anything. And this is only based on, I think they said like 2,000 people polled or voted, but he's at 2%. That.
Um, all I want to say is that y'all need to take this seriously. How about this, Alex? I'll say this. If y'all really hate wearing masks, y'all should definitely make sure that y'all vote this November and not for Kanye. Shout out to Kanye. Shout out to Chance the Rapper, Alex. 'Cause Chance the Rapper came out yesterday, girl. Let me tell you, Chance the Rapper came out yesterday on Twitter. And for those of y'all that have watched this for a long time, y'all know I love Chance the Rapper. I love my wife. There you go. He
Wait,
was coming out in
Courtney,
support of Kanye.
before you get into that, I shared a plane with Chance the Rapper, not a private one. We were sitting in coach, just two little peasants. He was in the back row with his girlfriend. I noticed him. I kept looking back. Or I guess maybe now he may be engaged now. I don't know. But at the time, he was with a girl and friends, and I noticed him, and he had the hat and all. He's so easy to recognize. So before you get into that, I saw him IRL.
I love him. I love him a lot. He did come out in support of Kanye, just sort of, I feel like he was doing a lot of devil's advocate kind of stuff, which normally riles people up. But I do want to say, as soon as Terry Crews came and backed him up, he decided that this was not the hill that he wanted to die on. So shout out to Chance the Rapper and the fact of generalizing, potentially changing your opinion once you receive more information and opinions. Because once Terry Crews said, yeah, Chance said, hold on, Maybe I'm doing something wrong.
But anyway, yes. So that was some interesting news to wake up to this morning. But of course, it's very, very early in the race. This could mean absolutely nothing. But TMZ reported that he technically has 2% going on right now. So we will stay watch of that. But we have a lot to discuss, a lot of tea to spill. Of course, the sad news that Glee fans and people around the world have heard probably by now. Naya Rivera, sadly, the news we didn't want to hear, was pronounced dead after her body was discovered in the lake. And Glee stars gathered to hold a vigil. We're going to get into all of that news and kind of all the celebrities that have responded and hosted tributes in honor of her. And then some other kind of, tough news. Tamar Braxton is fighting for equal pay for their family reality show. Of course, Braxton Family Values. And she's saying that they make 75% less than the Kardashians. So we're going to get into that news. And then speaking of reality shows, we also have some announcements, because I guess Dancing with the Stars announced that Tom Bergeron, their host, who's been their host for 15 years, and Aaron Andrews have been let go. So they're doing a new creative direction of Dancing with the Stars. We'll get into that. And then KJ Apa and Sophia Carson will star in a new Songbird movie. It has a pandemic theme. I guess we're going to get a lot of these kind of movies coming out with these pandemic themes. And then Demi Moore will play Sophia's mom in the movie. We'll get into that. Kind of random. Then our celebrity stories of the day, Will Smith and 50 Cent are getting into it. This Jada Pinkett Smith and August Alsina relationship is not going away anytime soon. Now 50 Cent is getting involved. I don't know what's going on with this. And then Princess Love is filing a request, or she did file a request to dismiss the divorce from Ray J. So that's some interesting news. 2 months after she filed, we'll get into that. And then our Kardashian tea time. Kim launched her Skims body today, so we have another launch from the Kardashians, just on time, because we haven't had one in a minute, in 5 days. And then Khloe Kardashian is sparking pregnancy rumors with a new baby shower party that she posted on her Instagram story. And then, of course, Scott Disick and Sophia Richie are back at it, having a little movie date at home, and fans have caught all the evidence. And then, of course, our OMT story of the day, the story that we just can't believe is going on. Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion were caught. Well, I guess Tory Lanez was arrested and Meg Thee Stallion was actually sent to the hospital the same night they were partying with Kylie Jenner. So this is some tea. We're going to get into all of it. I mean, this is an exciting show today, Courtney, to say the least. It is an exciting show.
Before I even get to porn, Alex, let me just say this, because I know we might have some new people watching today. Hi, hello, welcome. Let's get to all of the tea today. Me and Alex going to take a nice little dive into our teacups today. But it's just a beautiful rule that we have, a nice little boundary that you guys pretty please do not rush the tea. The show is much like a bus. Yes. Alex is driving. We are the passengers, and we will make stops at all of the biggest celeb stories. You just got to pay your fare by clicking that like button, and we're going to get to it. Bam.
Yes, of course. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And you know what? Before we get into this, I'm feeling like I need a little dance to come on. So give me a little 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tea ya, and we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Happy Tequila Tuesday. Ay! To Mika, good to see ya. Shout out to everyone that danced along.
Yes. Shout out to the Tea Tribe and to Miss Mika. Happy Tequila Tuesday. We will get into sipping that tequila at the end of the show. But before that, we have a lot of tea to spill. So, Courtney, why don't you pour it up and let's get into that watermelon mint that we crave every morning now.
Today is I'm back to green, girl. It's back to green. I saw that story and I said, let me not be mean. Let me get some calm. I also want to say shout out to Tamara's mom, because Tamara's mom is watching today, and Tamara's been watching with us for a long time. We love Tamara. So shout out to Tamara. We see you, girl, and shout out to your mom. Thank you for birthing Tamara. She's so lovely.
Yes, shout out to Tamara's mom. I love that. Okay,
Absolutely.
let's do a little cheers.
All right, let's cheers. Girl.
We're back on track to our green tea.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing better, right? Okay.
Yes.
So let's start off with you missed it. These are some of the most interesting stories that may have flown under your radar. Every day we gather these news pieces to make sure you don't miss a thing. We are not going to let you miss a sip of tea. Of course, we're going to kick it off with this sad news that we hoped we never had to report. Naya's body, Naya Rivera, of course, Glee star, former Glee star, was discovered by authorities at Lake Peru yesterday. Celebrities have been reacting all over social media with tributes to Naya. One of the most touching things that happened was the Glee cast gathered together at the lake to hold a vigil for Naya. This powerful photo that you see right here was taken as they said their final goodbyes. People magazine writer Dave Quinn posted this photo with this caption. The photo of the cast of Glee gathering together at Lake Peru today was where Naya Rivera's body was found is incredibly powerful, especially when you consider today is also the 7-year anniversary of Cory Monteith's death. I'm a mess. The authorities also reported that Naya mustered up enough energy to get her son back on board, but not herself, according to kind of her son's report of what happened. Of course, you know, he's only 4 years old, so this just must be so difficult for him and the rest of their family and friends right now. I mean, first off, I want to touch on that note, like how heroic is it that your final moment was saving like the person you love most in your life? Can you even imagine like what a thing to kind of do? Do you know what I mean?
I couldn't imagine because I'm not a parent. However, I'm glad that at least for the public, we all have that memory of her, like almost sort of like a legacy. You know, singer, entertainer, great dancer, funny as heck, also hero. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to the Rivera family, shout out to the Glee family especially, and shout out to her son. Awful news.
And a lot of people, as I mentioned, are also discussing that her body was technically found on the 7th anniversary of Cory Monteith's death. So people are saying like how eerie that is and how crazy it is. And it is, I mean, of course, both horrible news, but it is a little eerie that it did fall on the anniversary of Cory.
Shout out to moms, the superheroes that don't get acknowledged enough. Truly.
Truly, it's just heartbreaking. I will note that this is the third Glee cast or former Glee cast member to have passed away before the age of 30. So it's really tough. I mean, I can't imagine. Of course, we're sending thoughts and prayers. This is just so heartbreaking.
Can I say something before we move on, Alex?
Yeah.
I know that there have been a lot of stories out there and long viral Twitter threads about the Glee curse. And I just want to express that I find that particular term to be painfully disrespectful, especially when you think about the situations that have occurred to most of these actors and actresses that have been on Glee. I just wish that we would treat that particular situation with a little bit more sensitivity, because I don't look at it as a curse at all. I look at it as these were fine entertainers that were part of our lives, some of us that did enjoy Glee 10 years ago. And now we had these sort of tragic things happen to them. I don't know. I really strongly dislike the phrase Glee curse. I just think that it's ugly, clownish, and childish and immature as well. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. Carly in the chat is saying she didn't die before the age of 30. She was 33. That is true.
Mm,
So that, I guess that report now, as we're clarifying, is not necessarily
mhm,
true. Before the age of 30, however, there were 3 Glee cast members that sadly have passed away. But I agree with you. I think that while there is some irony behind it, I don't necessarily think it is the Glee curse, so to speak, and we should be more sensitive to
mhm,
that because these are people's lives. Um, well, let's get into some other kind of tough news.
mm.
Tamar Braxton is fighting for equal pay for her family's
Alex,
reality show. Yes,
they gonna eat you up. That her name Tamar.
Tamar. I'm so sorry. We
Tamar.
were all.
No, you're fine, girl. You're fine.
I'm so sorry. Tamar Braxton. I do that often. Even when I'm discussing her,
Me
like,
too.
I don't know what that happens to me. Have you ever misspoke a name and then you can't get it right again? Have you ever like pronounced something incorrectly? No, I'm glad you
Yes.
corrected me. That has happened to me. I have a friend, for the life of me, since we were 6 years old, I couldn't pronounce his cousin's name, and I say it incorrectly every time, and now it's just stuck with me. So it's a running joke between us because I don't know it. Tamar Braxton is fighting for equal pay for her family's reality show, saying that they make less than 75%. They make 75% less than the Kardashians. So she's joining this conversation that is already happening. I guess Twitter was comparing the alleged pay discrepancies between Braxton family values and keeping up with the Kardashians. So Tamar replied to a fan on Twitter who said they should be paid their worth, saying, "Are we going to talk about pay? 100% wrote the theme song. I 100% wrote the theme song. Where's the coin? Our show is on Netflix. Where's the coin? 10 years on the air. We make 75% less than the Kardashians. How come there are no villains on that show?" Of course, the Kardashians have been on E for 13 years, I will say. So what do you think about this story? I mean, the only thing I will say is Braxton Family Values is on, or technically was on WeTV. Now they're on Netflix. Could it have anything to do with the fact that E, as a cable network, is so successful? They do have more money to pay their stars. And again, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I think they need to bring Kris Jenner in and negotiate for Braxton Family Values.
I'm glad that they're saying something. I'm kind of wondering as to why they're being paid so little as well. That show has been on for a minute. It has a very, very, very engaged audience. I don't really understand why they're not making the coins like that, especially when you're on Netflix, right? Isn't Netflix supposed to be like a coin girl? So give that woman and her family her coins. That's very
I know this
interesting
is.
to me. They're both two big families, two big famous families going through the trials and tribulations of being rich. So why not?
Yeah. I mean, again, playing devil's advocate, the only thing I will say is that while I'm not implying at all that the Kardashians are worth more, all that, we can't deny the fact that the Kardashian brand alone without the TV show is very powerful. So maybe in production's eyes, it's considered more. And again, this is not my view on it. I think Braxton Family Values deserves just as much money. Of course, you know, Toni Braxton is one of my all-time favorite artists. So I don't know. What do do you think they deserve, the same amount of money?
I definitely believe that they should be up there. You get what I'm saying? Now, to
Right.
be transparent with y'all, I certainly have seen 50 million more episodes of Kardashians more than Braxton Family Values, but still, there's an engaged audience there. If they're as popular to as big of an audience as the Kar Jenners, then they should get the coin for that. You get what I'm saying? Toni Braxton, that's a talented family. You get what I'm saying? I feel like they should be paying for the talent alone. And I feel like Alex,
Right.
besides, wait, Younger doesn't come on WeTV. So besides Braxton Family Values, What are y'all watching on We? I thought Younger came on that network as well, but it doesn't. But
No, it's
like
like Marriage Boot Camp. There's what's her name?
Phaedra.
Mama June.
Mama June
That's the
on that
family.
is on We?
Yeah, I think so. Her newest show or something. I did a quick Google search to see what other shows were on WeTV. I could be wrong, but
They
Alexandria
giving
in the
that
chat
money
is
to
saying,
Mama June, and Mama June is blowing it up her nose, according to Mama June. So, I mean, it sounds like some of Mama June's alleged drug money can certainly go to Tamar and the girls, and why not? I'm curious.
yeah,
Because Mama June is holding
Alexandria,
it down with her problems.
right. I just want to touch on Alexandria in the chat. She's saying, please, the Braxton's brand is worth way more than the Kardashians.
Hey.
If you know, you're not wrong. I feel that they both equally have a huge fan base, have a powerful brand. So give them each the money they deserve at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But while we're talking about reality shows, let's get into this Dancing with the Stars news, because some shocking news happened yesterday because Tom Bergeron, who has been hosting the show for over 15 years, he's kind of like the Chris Harrison, so to speak, of Dancing with the Stars, or the Ryan Seacrest of American Idol, was let go. And then shortly after, they announced that sportscaster Erin Andrews was also let go. They are embarking on a new creative direction. So they released ABC and BET Studios released a joint statement saying he will forever be part of the Dancing with the Stars family as we embark on a new creative direction. He departs the show with our sincerest thanks and gratitude for his trademark wit and charm that helped make the show a success. Erin will also not be returning, and we appreciate all that she brought to the ballroom. So I really can't imagine. I don't know if you're a fan of Dancing with the Stars, Courtney, but I have watched it over the years. I don't think you're a fan of Dancing with the Stars. Well, let me just break this down for you. That Tom is a lot of the show. So is Erin. They have great banter. Tom is really witty and funny, and he's kind of been like the dad of the show. So I can't really imagine it without him on it. However, if we could pick two other co-stars, I think like a great duo would be Twitch, of course, from Ellen and Allison, who of course are former dancers. They like post all their dancing videos on their Instagram stories. They have like a huge following in the dance world. And they've also already been hosts. They hosted like Disney's fairy tale weddings. Have you seen that show where they have these elaborate weddings? You got to check it out.
When you say Disney weddings, girl, I promise I have seen something to the effect, girl. I didn't see a lot of Disney weddings in my
really good. It's really good. And then, of course, that's already under the ABC family umbrella because Disney and ABC are part of the same family. So that are new hosts that I could choose. Are there any other kind of dancers or people in that world you think would be good hosts for a Dancing with the Stars type show?
No, because Dancing with the Stars is not my kind of reality zhuzh. For context, I would prefer to see, and I think at one point she had a show or she's on a panel already, or she was at one point. I enjoy watching people like Lorianne Gibson judge. Like, give it to me! Like, you want to play it on the floor? Like, that's the kind of stuff that I need. I need like a making the band type of.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She choreographed Gaga. She's done like she's done a lot. My question to you, Alex, and the T Tribe is: are y'all going to watch Dancing with the Stars when it's like a TikTok? Who is that joins the cast? Because it seems as though if they're going in another direction, where is the money? The money is in the Generation Zers that aren't watching and don't care, unless Charlie's up there doing one of these. So, I mean, are y'all going to be upset that it's going to be probably a Gen Z accessible person that is put onto the cast?
I mean, that could be a direction. They could also, they said creative direction. So maybe they're involving new genres of dance, you know, because they've only had, you know, the salsa, the, I'm blanking on all the genres right now, but maybe they're bringing in some new genres to the ballroom. Some
Don't bring
people,
Vogue. It's too late for that. Don't bring that. Don't bring no Vogue ballroom Dancing with the Stars, because we got Legendary. Y'all took too long, and Legendary was good. So ABC, y'all fumbled that bag. Y'all should have been had the Vogue win. America's Best Dance Crew did it like 10-something years ago. Y'all should have added that category right on in. But now look at y'all. Now y'all scrambling.
No, they have the foxtrot, they have the salsa, they have the Argentine tango. I think they have a lot of stuff, but maybe they want to bring in some other types of genres that haven't been displayed there. Wesley's saying Todrick Hall would be a good judge. Alexandra said Maddie Ziegler, of course, dancer.
Maddie, maybe.
And speaking of new stuff, Tamara just let us know that Selena Gomez dropped her new video. Of course, we've been expecting that at 9 a.m. We are excited to watch after the show, but you got to stay with us because we have a lot of tea to spill. And then, guys, we'll talk about it all tomorrow, our thoughts on it, definitely. But yeah, so I'm excited to kind of see the direction it turns. And of course, maybe it'll be a whole different show, and maybe you'll be a fan now, Courtney. Maybe it'll be so good that you'll watch it. Danny's saying the twerk category.
I will. Oh, twerk category. I will always be grateful to Dancing with the Stars because I feel like people weren't paying attention to Normani as an individual until that moment happened for her. So I will always be grateful to Dancing with the Stars for that.
Right.
Now we all just got to sit and wait on Normani to give us this music. But there are rumors that our team is sabotaging her, girl. Whew, that's a whole nother teacup, a whole nother day, girl.
That is a good point. I will say Dancing with the Stars has really, it's kind of been viewed as like a either helping kind of a lesser known star or someone that's not as famous, or relaunching a career. Like celebrities that have gone through like major transformations or, you know, had a lot of controversies, and then they come back and they like win Dancing with the Stars. But anyway, we will stay tuned for that. And then another thing we have to discuss that we are staying tuned for, KJ Apa and Sophia Carson have joined a new movie called Songbird, and it has a pandemic theme. And then Demi Moore will play Sophia's mom. So the movie takes place 2 years into the future as a coronavirus pandemic lockdown has been re-implemented after a more serious virus continues to mutate. Wow, this is basically sounding like our current life right now, because we were just, at least in LA County, our governor just re-implemented stay at home, leading the city being divided into haves and have-nots. KJ will have a rare immunity, while Sophia will be locked within her home, and the couple will have no ability to be physically together. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be like a love story virtually. I don't know. They can't see each other, but it's kind of like, in a weird way, a forbidden fruit kind of like Romeo and Juliet thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like they can't, not like the families, but it's weird, right?
Alex, I watch movies to escape. Like, we're in a pandemic. Why am I going to watch a movie about a pandemic? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there was that movie that came out Contagion, y'all. I didn't go and see it, but remember that? And everyone ran to go see Contagion. Now there are some people that are like, ooh, we're in a pandemic. Let me suit up and put my mask on and get on the couch and watch Contagion. Like, that does not make me excited. You get what I'm saying? That makes me think about KJ Appa's TikTok, where he looked like a gross caveman. Shout out to him.
No, that Courtney, that literally was my question to you, is like, do you want to see this movie, or does this feel too close to home? You know, it's kind of like we're trying to escape through content and entertain ourselves and keep our mind off of this. So but it, you know, the other side of it is our current life feels like a real life movie. So maybe we want to see the ending. Maybe we want to see, do we have a happy ever after?
In my mind, we do, girl. I don't want to look at KJ Appa for 90 minutes to find out.
I know. It'll be an interesting couple to watch on screen. Of course, I enjoy both of them separately. It'll be, I don't know. I feel like there's some interest in me to see it just to kind of see what goes down and how they play out kind of a pandemic in a movie. But I feel like a lot of this type of content is going to start to come out. Of course, we had the Zendaya report earlier last week. So I think a bunch of these movies will come out. But I guess we'll just stay tuned to check out that couple on screen. And then speaking of couples, as we know, there are always more celebrity couple stories. They're making up, they're breaking up. And so every day we love to break down the celebrity couples that may need some therapy. So let's kick it off with Will Smith cursing out 50 Cent over this Jada Pinkett Smith and August Alsina relationship that this is not going away anytime soon. If this entire, situation couldn't get more complicated, 50 Cent has entered the chat and he slid into Will Smith's DMs after the Red Table Talk interview. So check this out. Although Will initially thanked 50 for the concern, things got a bit more hostile when 50 began to press Will about the entanglement and Jada's claim that only she can give permission to someone. So then Will replied, F you, 50. And then 50 posted this DM exchange on his Instagram with the caption, "Damn, it's like that. What'd I do?" And then played a little dumb. So why would 50 do this? It's one thing to privately message Will showing concern, but it looks like he was looking for a fight or looking for attention, posting this exchange on his Instagram story. Also, is 50 implying that her husband, Will, should have all the say in who she... Do you know what I mean? Like, what's he saying with that?
50 Cent is just trolling. 50 Cent is doing what he's grown to do best, which is just to troll and bother people for the public consumption. I'm not mad at it. I don't think that Will Smith was even bothered by it like that. It's like not even like, F you, like, ugh. It's just kind of like, man, F you. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like 50 Cent being 50 Cent. I'm not mad at it. I'm sure Will Smith knew that by even engaging in conversation with him, that 9 times out of 10, it will end up on the internet. So maybe that's why he even responded to begin with. If someone like 50 Cent can sort of make a joke and make light of the situation, maybe it can help everyone move on from what people are like trying to make a tragedy, which is, it's really not.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that I'm sure this kind of got under his skin. How can it not? I feel that he's already going through enough. Like 50 didn't need to really bring this to his attention. But what upsets me more is just sharing the exchange. Because it's like, why? Like why do you have to do that? It's like that's trying to stir it up. Just stir it up. I'm not here for it. I am not here for it. Wesley said 50 Cent was good when he was talking about power for hours.
Come through with that Nicki lyric, Wesley. Yes.
Oh my God. Terry said 50 is just messy. I agree. This is just messy. This is just not.
That's what he enjoys it. He loves rolling around in the mess. He enjoys us laughing with him. I do agree that sometimes he definitely does take it too far. But in this situation, I feel like he was just being... I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie, Problem Child. What an obscure 90s movie. But this young man, he was adopted. You've seen that movie before? Oh, thank the Lord.
Yeah.
Alex. I feel like 50 Cent is like that. He's just like causing pranks, like very Dennis the Menace-like, just like, being a mess.
A little boy. It's like,
yeah.
It's obviously like a tough situation. Like, leave him alone. I'm trying to defend Will in this situation, but anyway, let's get into some other weird kind of couple news. Princess Love has filed a request to dismiss the divorce from her husband Ray J 2 months after filing. So the Love and hip hop star filed for divorce from Ray J in May, but it seems as if they've changed their mind. So according to a copy of the filing obtained by People on Monday, she filed a request of dismissal in the Los Angeles Superior Court. Recently welcomed their second child together in December. They also share a daughter, Melody Love. So divorces are very expensive. And if you go through the actual process of filing, like, why take it back 2 months later?
Alex, do you watch Love and Hip Hop?
I haven't watched, I've watched like an episode. So I'm not very familiar. Break it down for me, Courtney.
There ain't nothing to break down because I don't watch it anymore either. The last time I watched Love and Hip Hop was 10 years ago. And Samaya was on there. So, I want to say shout out to Ray J, even though he can be very problematic. His relationship with Princess Love, to my understanding, is a lot of going back and forth of allegedly Ray J just cheating on her and her still taking him back. So if nothing changes, nothing changes. If she wants to still be with him because he's the father of her child, all I can do is say, go for it. Khloe's doing the same thing, right? So it would be wrong for me to be like, Khloe, if you want to be with Tristan, be with Tristan. And then with Ray J and Princess Love, girl, you need to leave him, girl. Hey, at least Ray J has money. Can't be mad at that.
Yeah. Maya in the chat is clarifying that it's not expensive to just file for a divorce. That is true. I'm just saying the divorce in general and all the legal costs is a lot of money. Yes, he has the money, but nobody wants to lose money if they really do actually love each other and want to be together. However, I feel like on her part, as a woman, like maybe she really had to make a statement. Maybe she had to really kind of lay it in on him and just be like, listen, I'm serious this time. I don't know. The whole thing of, taking it back 2 months later is just a little confusing.
Yeah, you flip flopper.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we will stay tuned for that and report back if we hear any updates. T-Tribe. Okay, so let's get into this Jenner tea time. We can't explain it, but we know it's true. The Kardashian-Jenner clan fascinates everyone, whether you love them or don't. There are so many of them that the news never stops. So every day we will bring you, for those that are new here, some Jenner tea time. So take it away, Courtney, and with that fabulous intro that we can't start the news without.
Alrighty, you guys, if you're ready for all of the tea from behind the Jenner gates, be sure to turn your volumes down for Jenner tea time. Hello to everyone in my studio, which is now just myself. Hey.
Woo! Okay. Let's get
started, Alex.
Let's do it. Break it out. Let's spill this tea before we sip that tequila. Kim Kardashian is launching, or did launch, Skims Body today with a new photo, rocking her red hair and her, sultry sandal heels all up the legs. She's basically, just wearing the bra and undies matching set that launches today. People can't stop talking about this photo, of course, because, per Kardashian or Jenner, they can't leave anything to the imagination. So with that photo, she captioned it, launching in 4 colors and sizes XX small to 4X. She posted this yesterday in anticipation for the launch this morning, exclusively at skims.com. You can join the waitlist now to receive early access to shop. This was last night. She posted this. So here's what I'm going to say. Of course, Skims, I know many people are fans of Skims. I haven't actually used Skims myself, but I know people really enjoy them. So the product itself, I'm sure fans are very excited, and I do eventually want to try it myself. However, this photo, would you choose to promote your new product with this photo possibly a week? If it's even a week after your husband announces his presidential bid. There are talks of her being the first lady, allegedly, and then this photo is posted. What do you think about that, Courtney?
I think Kim is trying to sell confidence and sexy. Like, if you want to, because even though there are lots of people that are like, I would never want to look like Kim, I never want to live like her, I never want to be her, there are certainly way more women out there that do. So I think that Kim doing this is just her way of trying to sell perhaps an image. Now, the timing, Alex, is perfect. The timing is perfect because Kanye is out there Kanyeing around. All eyes are on the family, and now she can make some coins. You get what I'm saying? How do you think they stay rich? Speculations and attention. And people like us. You're welcome. Give us our coin. So I mean, I feel like when it comes to her and her businesses, I feel like with this, it is what it is, girl. Would you do that to promote your business like that? Would you lay up, girl, with the red wig on, girl? Kick your leg up, girl. Just go up, get into the skin body life, girl.
You know, at this time, I mean, it is her brand. She can do whatever she wants with it. But I think it would make more of a kind of stir in using the models that she discussed in a story we reported about before to promote the brand. You know, like if she wants these models to get more work, then use them instead of herself. And I think it's great timing, like you said, money-wise to promote the brand, but it just shows us that the Kardashians are not going to change. They are confident in who they are, and you can talk about them as we will for the rest of our life, but they're still going to do them. And that, like I said, I will always come back to that. You have to admire that. You can't hate the game because they are doing what is their brand. But in the presidential kind of aspect of it, I don't know if I necessarily use that so close to the announcement, but I'm sure she'll make the money that she is looking for sure.
You know, people are proactive snowball off of what you said. I think that, and this is really specific, but I think that Kim should have gotten Rihanna's Fenty like foundation sticks, and you know how all of the shades are so diverse for Black and brown people. I wish that she would have taken that and gotten just 5 models that represented just a handful of the shades, put them all in the Skims in Kanye's all white library, zhuzhed it up with some gold embellishments to make it look real. You can't afford this. And bam, there's the campaign. Bam. Most of us done forgot that Kanye's even running because we're so caught up in Kim using all the Black people in the all white library. Like, Alex, the ideas are just sitting there. I like don't understand like where their minds are at. Like, it's so easy to me to like sell this brand. And I feel like a lot of times there's just a lot of small micro missteps. That would have been a moment and they fumbled the bag
Courtney,
again.
Creative director, Skims Body, Courtney Revolution, just hired. Sign him up. That is a great idea. And I think
a Black woman swinging from the chandelier in the Skims, girl, with a good pump on. Imagine that. And she's swinging. Oh, y'all, I can see it now. And Kim right in the center. Damn. Chris, call me, girl, because I got the answer. I got the juice, girl. Tropicana off the cardboard box, girl.
Karina says, where's Courtney's bag? Give him his cut. I mean,
just a little bit of the cut.
Just a little cut. It's a skim of your money. No pun intended.
Alex, you know what they're going to do? One day, the T-Tribe is going to get in touch with Chris. Chris is going to have me in the helicopter with my contract, with my manila folder, with my NDA. And right before I sign, all I'm going to hear in the background is, true, your papa's trash, and everybody knows it. Oh, well, why is Khloe? Her head is shaped like a lunchbox. One time I said Khloe looked like Michael Jackson without saying Michael Jackson. I said, well, she looks a little bit like hee. They're going to pull a montage of everything I've ever said about the Kardashians right before I sign my $10 million deal, and it'll all go down the drain.
And then they're just going to rip it off the table, and we're going to be sent home.
Hit the trap door on me.
Yeah. So good. So good. But until then, let's speculate more about the Kardashian family, because the latest speculation, Khloe Kardashian is sparking pregnancy rumors with a baby shower party amid, of course, this Tristan Thompson reconciliation. So Khloe threw a party over the weekend that looked a lot like a baby shower. You can see this here. She posted this on her Instagram story. You can see the decoration, pink sheep cookies, and then table settings like this that were kind of building blocks for people's names. Super cute. Whoever did this decoration, possibly Mindy Weiss, because she is their normal party planner. But one fan wrote, I mean, she did say she wanted another baby with the same father. Another fan wrote, I wonder what Khloe Kardashian is throwing a party for on her stories. Lots of pink sheep. Is this a baby shower? Doesn't seem like a birthday celebration. Everyone is invested in this. Do you think this is a baby shower for Khloe, or could this be for Rob? Or, we mentioned that weird pregnancy caption on his Instagram story yesterday. I feel like it's someone so random because Khloe knows better than to tease, a real pregnancy on her story, just like a random friend. What do you think, Courtney?
Brittany said, could be a bridal shower and baby. Do you think that Khloe would marry Tristan and not tell us and have a baby and all of that?
That would be very 2020 on theme.
All of these decisions made very quickly, before the world ends and all of that. I would not be surprised if Khloe were pregnant with a baby, but I don't want her to be out of caring about her self-worth. You get what I'm saying? I understand that she wants her second child to be from the same man, but I look at it as one extra entanglement to the mess. You get what I'm saying? One extra vine to swing from peace, serenity, and tranquility back into the mess. And the mess being Tristan. Swinging right back into the dump. Trashy Tristan, get in the dump. Y'all know the song. So that's what I feel like. I feel like if she wants to swing and roll around in the mud, go ahead, little piggy. Roll around, girl. Do you?
Oh, Jesse in the chat is saying she had Beyonce's Irreplaceable playing in one of those stories. Irreplaceable.
Is this one of our, is this like a sperm donor baby shower? Could you imagine if she had a donor all of this time and we had no idea and they threw a baby shower for her to keep us off the scent? Like all of us thinking it's Khloe and Tristan, but really Tristan and someone else. Could you imagine?
Oh, I mean, we don't know what's going on, but all I'm going to say is I want Khloe to plan my baby shower whenever that may be, because these decorations are great. I will say, I mean, you just can't compare it to their party planning and their decorations. It's just unbelievable. I just, wish I had that. Yeah, let's take our shot, because you're going to need this. You're going to need this tequila for this next story, because we are talking again about Sophia and Scott, because we can't stop talking about them. So let's hear that.
Say no more. Bam. Yum, girl.
A little tequila, a little tea. We're all good. Okay. So Scott and Sophia, the latest update is they reunited for a cozy movie date at home. So this is their second hangout, at least publicly, that we've seen since their split. Sophia posted an Instagram story video that appeared to be taken at Scott's Hidden Hills home. The clip shows a TV screen playing Zac Efron's new Netflix docuseries, Down to Earth, and features the exact same fireplace and table decor seen in a photo Scott posted to his Instagram in March. T-Tribe, you guys take a look and compare for yourself. Because this is the other photo that Scott posted. It's obviously the same house. And they've been seen publicly together. So we know that they're probably back together. Do you think this is just kind of quarantine, as we've mentioned, where relationships get messy, forcing them to reconcile? Or do you think, this is bound to happen and they're truly in love and they're meant to be?
I feel like even if I weren't together, if I were friendly with an ex that I know had went to rehab or is trying to get themselves better in terms of substance abuse, and I was the last person that they were dating and we ended things amicably, I think that I would still be friendly with that person and still go and check up on them. We live in scary times, Alex, as we've seen just yesterday. Very much here today, gone tomorrow. And so maybe Sophia is like, it really doesn't matter what happened, because I'm sure there's a lot that's happened that we don't know about. At the end of the day, right. I think that she cares about this man. She cares about the fact that he loves his children. She cares about the fact that he's still nice to mean old Courtney Kardashian over there. And I think that there's just still a level of care. I'm glad that they're still friendly,
Yeah.
even if maybe they're not together. But I want them to get back together. I like Scott and Sophia together.
Yeah, that's a very good point. You know, I know personally that's something I would definitely do if I knew, you know, my significant other was struggling in any way. This is a hard time for people, and it's a hard time for people that also struggle with addiction and mental health and everything going on. So, like you said, it's kind of like everything's out of the way. Well, even if maybe they'll deal with it at a later time, but at this point, she's just being there for him, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's healthy, and it can only help support his happiness and his well-being. So, like you said, I'm here for it, and I hope they work out. I think they are a good couple, and we know that Courtney and Scott, it would have already happened at this point. You know, never say never. It may still happen in the future for all you Courtney Scott stans in the chat, but we'll just wait that out. But let's get into our OMT story of the day, because these, of course, are stories that we can't even believe happened. So every day, for those that are new here, we cover kind of a story that made us go, OMT, because this is the morning tea. And today's story is about Meg Thee Stallion, who was taken to the hospital, and Tory Lanez, who was arrested after partying at Kylie Jenner's house. So, of course, we reported about this story over the weekend. Meg took to Instagram live and Kylie was with her. They were hanging out. Tory Lanez was there. They were hanging in a pool. So we know all of that. Well, I guess the same night, according to a police report Hollywood Life obtained, police were called to a party in Hollywood Hills at about 4:30 a.m. the same night after Kylie. I guess an alleged argument broke out outside a home with Tory. So witnesses told TMZ that shots were actually fired in the air before an SUV sped off. And then TMZ claims they located the SUV and found both Tory and Megan inside, along with another unidentified woman and a gun. So according to this, arrested and booked for a concealed weapon. And then Meg, which let me just say is a felony for those that are unaware. And then Meg Thee Stallion was taken to a hospital for having glass in her foot, broken glass. So Tory's held on $35,000 bail, and Megan is listed as a victim on the police report. Now, I will say that Hollywood Life can't confirm whether Kylie was at this same party, but the shots were allegedly fired at a location that was several miles away from Kylie's home. So we can hope that Kylie was not involved and possibly safe. However, these two were. And we all know that nothing good happens after 2 a.m. I mean, that's the saying. So what do you think about this? This is pretty scary, Courtney, right?
So this is how I look at it, Alex. It's like, and this is speculation on confirmation before I say any of this. It's just like, imagine Kylie hits you up. Hey, girl, come over. I have an exciting opportunity. I really think that you and Tory would be great for it. Are you guys friendly? Blah, blah. Y'all go over. Y'all splish splash. And in Kylie's tub, y'all splish splash and Kylie, y'all. Kiki and Megan got her receipt on live. The girls and gays are living. Some of them are upset, but we're not paying them any mind at all because we're mature adults. And then y'all leave. Kylie say, no, I'm a mother. I'm going to stick behind. The nanny is off for the night. And y'all go somewhere else and y'all get into some mess after potentially just signing your Kyla deal. Allegedly in my mind.
Yeah. Right? We're creating this whole storyline that may not have even happened, but it's a great one. And I can't imagine. I cannot imagine what would go through my head if all this went down right after potentially a business deal.
Alex, now this has me questioning. Are Megan and Tory together, you think? Now, I didn't think about that at all before.
Okay.
But now I'm like, speeding off, broken foot, shots are fired, and y'all, well, there are three, let's be clear. There were three people in the vehicle. But y'all are the two we know. And we don't know the third party yet. We don't even have a name or anything yet. So we can't even Google and be like, oh, that's Megan's friend, or oh, that's Tory's bodyguard. Three people. And Megan's foot is cut. Why her foot cut? Was she kicking? Were y'all scrapping in the car? What was going on? There's so many unknowns. And like, I know it's our job to speculate, but I feel like Megan is the kind of person that's going to come out and be like, that's not true. this happened actually, or like y'all are doing too much, because she does that. Whenever I get all wrapped up and I'm like, oh, Megan is gonna marry Jeezy, then she's like, oh, it wasn't even like that. He wasn't even cute like that. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm curious to see where this story is going to go. This is not something good for Tory. It's not something good for Megan. I'm imagining here on she might not be as friendly, maybe, or just more aware of her surroundings. I'm wondering how they both, Tory and Megan, because for those of y'all that aren't aware, Tory is like 5'3", Megan is huge in terms of height. Where were the two of y'all going? Did Megan throw him up over her shoulder and y'all hopped in the SUV and sped off? I just want to know, are y'all like, I have so many questions. When this story came out, I just was like, my mind was spinning, it was rolling, because we love Tory Lanez and we love Megan Thee Stallion. We want y'all to stay out of trouble. But this is interesting, girl. We need to hear about this on Quarantine Radio. We need to do that again to hear what went on.
We need to get to the bottom of this, because that was my question too. I mean, like you said, I had many questions, but why are they together at 4:30 a.m.? Like, they may be dating, and this unfortunately happened for us to kind of get the confirmation. I don't know. We will stay tuned. Like you said, we hope once they're all, in better spirits, healthy, and we don't know what's going on with Tory at this point, but I'm sure Meg is probably out of the hospital by now. Maybe she'll give some sort of statement and respond to this, and we'll just have to stay tuned to hear kind of what actually went down in her own words, because they only know the truth. But we're glad that they're safe. Let's just say that. Yeah. And on that note, that is all the tea we have to spill today. That's some juicy tea right there. Of course, I'm Alex Schiffman. You can follow me on socials at Alex Schiffman. And Courtney, where can everyone follow the revolution?
You can follow me on social media, as well as my own YouTube channel live show for the Green Chair Chats. Just take my name, Courtney Revolution, and type it in up there in the search bar.
Yes, and before you go, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We want to know all your thoughts on the tea we spilled today. Share with your friends, and then bring some after watchers while you're at it, because we love them too. We will be here tomorrow, same time, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, for What Wesley Say Wednesday. And we'll see you then. So on that note, take us out, Courtney, because it is time to wash our hands.
Alrighty, you guys, if you enjoyed today's show, be sure to pump that soap and wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. Scrub your hands. Hey, just scrub your hands, Miss Ma'am. Just scrub your hands. Just scrub your hands, Miss Ma'am.